Alright, so I said that I would make my bean salad tutorial. I'm not a cook or anything like that. And I also really love pickles and flavor. So if you guys see anything you're not gonna like, just do me a flavor and scroll on. So the ingredients I use, I like to get the tri-bean blend because it's cheaper and easier to have it all in one can. And you just pour it in there. I personally don't rinse the beans because I think it gives more flavor like that. I think rinsing them makes it bland, but a lot of people prefer to rinse them, so it's up to you on what you want to do. It's your bean salad after all. This is just how I do it. I also like to have veggies. You can choose whichever you want to use, but I like to use red onions for flavor and celery for that crunch. I love that crunchiness in this. It's just so good. Now, a lot of people like to use balsamic vinaigrette. I did, but this is kind of sweet for me, and I feel like it kind of ruined it for me last time. I don't like sweet a whole lot, so I'm going to leave it out, but if you guys want to put that in there, go ahead. I'll find a different brand at some point, eventually. I love putting apple cider vinegar. I know a lot of people don't think that's common, but I feel like it's not complete without it. It's freaking delicious. It adds that tang that you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little razzle dazzle blazzle apple latte. That's how I like it. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to drop you. Okay, I put like a chocolate syrup bottle in front, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. It's just harder to press the button. I also like to add olive oil, but I add a little more because I have a little constipation issues, but that's because of my celiac disease. We just don't need to talk about it. It helps you, by the way, in case you didn't know. Alright, and if you like really like pickles, like I do ever since I was little, I love to add pickle juice. It just gives it that oomph that you need, you know? It sounded bad. Okay. Now this one's gonna be crazy to some people. Some people are probably gonna scroll at this point, and that's okay because everybody likes whatever they like, and I'm not afraid to admit what I like, but I love banana peppers. I'll clean that up later. They are just so good, and I feel like they just add the flavor that you need into pretty much anything, but they're also strong, so that's all I'm gonna put. I'm using the Meyer brand because it's gluten-free, and that's what I need. Alright, now for the seasonings. I like to add Italian seasonings. That's just my personal taste. I like the flavor of Italian seasoning in my bean salad. I just feel like it makes it a little more flavorful, I guess. Not as bland. I really don't like bland anything. Thyme leaves. Ooh, I love to use these too. They do the same thing, and I just feel like they fit. And then, of course, you can't forget the basics, the salt and the pepper. I also adjust, like, as I taste it. Like, I taste everything before I call it good, and you'll see me doing that after all this. I love tomatoes. Now, for the essential part, is the dry dill. This, I feel like, isn't complete without dry dill. I tried using fresh. It just didn't do it. I couldn't taste it as much. So now we're going to give this a good stir. I had to make sure the chocolate thing wasn't in the way of the beautiful view of this salad. Now, because of how much stuff I put in it, it is a little liquidy. But like when you scoop it and you put it into a bowl, it's more of like you have some liquid down at the bottom, and I can show that to you too. But like, see, you scoop it up and it's just has that liquid dripping. So when you pour it into a bowl, it's like all of this. It doesn't make sense right now. You'll see. I don't really know if I recorded the last part or not. Like, I don't know if I actually didn't stop it or if I never pressed play. So my overthinking mind feels like I have to do that part over. Because when you scoop it into a bowl and you pour it in, it has like liquid on the bottom, but it's not like soup. You know what I mean? And so like when you take that spoonful, you can just dip it into the sauce per se, and it just, It's amazing. It smells good too. All right, now's the best part. Now I'm gonna taste test it real quick and see if I added all the things that I wanted to. And if you couldn't tell, I love wooden stuff and I need to get more because these are all I have. It definitely needs more tang. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. So I'm gonna be a bit crazy, and even if it has like too much liquid, what I always say is just scoop out the solids and leave the liquid. Just like if you're eating soup and you don't like the broth, you do the same thing. But if you want that tang, there's only one way you can get it, and that's to tang it up, right? And dill it up. You can't forget the dill. But I feel like it didn't have enough dill either. And honestly, like the apple cider vinegar and the banana peppers are where you get the most tang in my opinion. Oh god, oh god. I kind of like spilled it. But I'm also like a really big like pickle and tangy fan. So like if you guys are not, don't do what I just did. No. Now that I think about it, I think it also needed more salt. So I'm gonna add some more salt. That should be good. I like my stuff to be flavorful. Like I said in like the original video, if it's not flavorful, it's not my forte. And of course the AC turns on. What a glorious time for that. Okay, now I'm gonna taste test this again. I'm gonna take some juice with it this time. That's how I like it. And yes, it's nice and tangy. If it ain't doing this to my face, I don't like it. So, to give an example of what I was talking about earlier, it's literally like soup. If you don't like the broth, you just do this. And boom, it's not soupy. But I like the juice, so I will put the juice all up in there. But that's just an example. But this honestly has to go in the fridge for a while. And this bowl is already dirty, so I didn't mind because I had the vegetables in it. I didn't mind showing y'all like that. But yep, this has to go in the fridge for at least a few hours. I like to have it in the fridge for longer than that before I eat it because it's more perfect that way in my opinion. But yeah, that is how I make my bean salad. And again, if you didn't like it, just scroll on, do me a flavor, don't be commenting all this stuff. Everybody likes different things for a reason. The world would be boring if everybody loved the same things. I'll just say that.